Hey people!
Hey!
How you doing?
We good.
Doing well.
Welcome to another episode of Queer,
Togede!
a Ugandan LBQ Visibility Podcast celebrating queer love, exploring life experiences, representations, and busting queer myths.
She said what she said.
Hey, jambo jambo bwana. Hey, uzuri zuri sana. Hey, Mama Africa. I'm beating my drum on the African rhythm, thanking our forefathers for blessing our land, for waving the way through calamity and crimes, living my days in African.
We're talking mental health. We're exploring everything about mental health. So, Bagai, what does mental health mean to you?
For me, mental health is how I relate to myself and how I relate with others. Also, how I make my choices, basically my emotional and thinking patterns throughout the day, either consciously or subconsciously. But most cases, I think subconsciously.
Mental health to me is that state of mind. That part of your mind that makes you realize your own abilities to perform, to coordinate with others, to relate with others, basically to cope with the normative.
Yeah, and I relate with you because I believe mental health is a state of mind. The mental well-being, how you think, how you feel, how you behave. All of this, if you are healthy mental-wise, I feel like that's mental health. And if it goes the other side, then you also know which other side you're going. I think that's why we're bringing the health, to know if you're sick or you're not.
Most people say, well, there's this concept when you mention mental health, someone says you're mad or you're we actually don't know there's a thin line or there's actually a line between mental health and mental illness. And also people people think mental health or mental illness is addiction. There are two different situations, and also thinking that mental illness is a permanent situation or a permanent illness. Yet it's just a challenge that one has to go through and face, struggle with, but you still come through. You get through it.
Yeah, as they say, mental health is important at every stage of development.
Preach.
Yes, once you miss any, then you're doomed as an adult.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, because if you're a kid and they're always telling you, you're ugly, banange, you'll never be smart, oh my god. You grow up as a person who will always be dependent on anyone because you need affirmation. You need to be told you're perfect.
And I also believe it can go the other way too. The people who don't need affirmation, they rather make themselves feel good a certain way minus people. So it's a different reaction.
So all these struggles of the mind.
Yeah.
Yes, it's actually a struggle. But the pandemic, I actually didn't work for a while. For me, I didn't really work for a while, and that brought in certain mental issues because I was using work as a way of coping with anything, with life, any other challenges that came my way. I would still look to work as a way of dealing with life. But when I lost my job and I stopped working, I had these certain mood swings, and I didn't even realize them. And I was finding my partner, one of those people who really complain a lot. She was bugging me, but in a way, she was just reminding me of what was happening, what I was doing. To me, she was nagging me, and I wanted alone time. I just wanted to be alone. What's wrong with having alone time? What's wrong with wanting to be alone?
Unless the other partner feels left out, then yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Actually, that my partner was feeling left out. Right? My partner was really feeling left out, and telling me that I am selfish because I didn't want to spend time with her. I understood it, but I just wanted my own time. Yeah, and then I found myself eating a lot. I mean, see my charming. I know.
Yes, the whole house.
I still do. Yeah, I still do. I found myself eating a lot, sleeping a lot, and with sleeping a lot, and not wanting to be disturbed. Guys, no sex. As in, no wahala. Nothing.
I feel you.
Yes, and yet my partner is her love language is touch.
Oh.
So you see how all these things were affecting my relationship, and I didn't know. I didn't know. I wasn't aware. It has taken me help from her patience for me to understand these things.
And what would you call that condition? Do you feel it was related to any of the mental struggles?
I just think I had one of those depression disorders with my mood swings and what. I think I just had a depression disorder. I just think it was stress related. I still want to provide.
Emptiness?
Yes, there's that emptiness, but I don't feel enough for her. You know, of late when I see even just someone I know maybe who has a job speak to her, I feel insecure. They might take my girl.
You've been there.
You know, I feel so insecure. Like when I see her laughing with this person, I get so mad, and then I'll be in this bad mood. Yeah.
You'd be like, who's she talking to?
No, absolutely. I'd be like, why are you speaking to that person? And I mean, it's okay for people to speak to who they want to speak to, but because I'm insecure, with time I'm working. I'll get there.
I feel you, man. But there's that major depression. You guys know that major depression where like there's signs of persistent sadness, hopelessness, numbness.
I feel like depression is, it may not be major, it comes in different levels for everyone. And it may be major to every person. What you think is minor may be major for another person.
Depression anyways in stages.
Yeah.
By the time it gets major, then it started somewhere. Yeah. And also you could be experiencing emptiness, lots of interest in things that you used to like before. Your thoughts are very, very weird. You get trouble connecting with other people. You have suicidal thoughts. It's hard for you to make decisions on your own. There is the panic disorder. Matilda. The panic disorder. Matilda, we've all seen this on you.
You know, you take a shot, you want to vomit what you don't have, you're shaking, you're making sure, hell no one sees this, I have to put up some other character. I know that one. I can relate. Preach.
Yeah, you get nausea, you have chest pains, you're sweating under the armpits. And then there's the phobias.
Oh,
That's another disorder.
Lucas, phobias.
There are guys who are just scared of everything. And if you don't tackle that part of your brain, it's going to F you up. Another one is the social anxiety. Matilda, you mentioned this earlier.
I know. You see those scenarios whereby you are shaking, those scenarios whereby you don't want to speak to people, those scenarios whereby you feel like you want to shrink or get the ground to, where you sweat, your hands are shaking, you can't breathe, you need a shot, or you need to go and calm down. You don't understand. You feel like everyone is attacking you without actually anyone attacking you. My sister, those are some of the signs of social anxiety.
Then there's this one, the personality one. It has one called Narcissistic Behaviors.
Narcissistic?
Yes. Where people are self-centered. Like it's all about you. Like it's you who wants the love. It's you who doesn't want to be dumped. It's all of you. But it's not. You can't be in the world where it's only you. You have to learn how to cope with that. As we shall see. Mine personally, I have what they call that eating disorder. I chose not to overeat.
I've actually seen you eat a lot, but it's too small, you're too tiny.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, she hopes actually.
I eat, yo! I have just learned now. But before I never used to eat. I used to feel like if I eat too much, I'll be big. And then no one will like me.
Does it mean that it changes over time? Sometimes you may overeat, some other times you may lose appetite?
Yeah. When you overeat, that's the bulimia. You eat and then throw up because you don't want to get the weights. And then there's anorexia when you don't eat at all. That's all in the brain.
I just know that I would want to give an example of myself because many of us are Matildas in this world and we actually choose to and decide to cover it up. And then if we find the ones that want to be vulnerable, you want to condemn them. Yet we actually should be able to encourage people that actually choose to be vulnerable. You talked of depression. Me personally, I go through depression. Anxiety is my best friend. I like calling them best friends because when I was young, I'd be like, oh, I'm scared. But now I'm like, oh, what's up? So you've come back. Okay, how do we deal with this? And suicidal thoughts have been part of my life. But the good thing I'm realizing as I grow, I actually am becoming more of a coward in inflicting pain, but that's not the same for everyone else. Some people still want that pain. And when a person is suicidal, it doesn't mean they want to die. They actually just want everything to stop. They just want everything to stop.
Some of us who are dirty-minded, perverts or freaks, or when you say you're suicidal, we want to actually try some choking and because we think you like.
Lucas, now let's leave the dirtiness and pervertness.
When you talk about that, I remember I told my neighbor about suicidal things, and she's like, nah, people don't want to kill themselves. I'm like, people out there who are not strong like you. She actually refused.
Yeah.
She's like, you have problems and want to kill yourself. I'm like, it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
I want to explore that suicidal part a lot. I've had that experience. For me, it's all that. We may have depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress. We may have OCD. We may have different things that we fight with. But then the suicidal thoughts make us feel like we're exhausted.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I have my last birthday. I ordered for Nebital, but the person refused. I custody, that person refused. And then the birthday before too, I ordered for anesthesia. Because my mom is diabetic, I learned how to push in injections. So I thought that would help me. And because of that, even while growing up, the fact that I got whatever I wanted, whatever it's a whole thing. But in terms of suicidalness, is that
what did you go through?
I'm still trying to get to the suicidal part that has always got me there. It's not because I want to die, because I have had the beauties of life. I love the beauties of life. But when you feel like you're drowning, you feel you want it all to end. You feel, I don't want anyone to hurt me anymore. I don't want to hurt myself anymore. I don't want to go through this pain anymore. I want to wake up every morning running to seek for faith or for some help from someone else, and they're tired.
And there's no one else to help.
And there's no one else. And what's funny, you can have a whole list of 66 contacts and you can't call anyone because either you're a bitch or you're something else. Or because whatever character you build upon to cover up who you really are, it's misinterpreted. But yet actually that's what they perceive, and they have a right to perceive that. So because of that, we don't choose to have those thoughts because we want to die, no. Because you want to just sleep and everything ends. That is my experience on the suicidal. I mean, this all other depressing things like being raised alone, not knowing who to talk to, writing, sexual abuse. Every time you look at a man, you get PTSD when you look at old people, you look at old men, and if you see a dad with their kid, you feel like maybe they'll touch you or your uncle. Like it's it's a lot of stuff, you know.
It's like you're always putting up defenses. Every time you see these people, you're like, I want to run away.
Not actually, because me personally, when I fail, that's a trigger for depression. When a person becomes aggressive to me and assertive, that's a trigger for depression. Yet actually, what's funny, I use the aggression and assertiveness as a mechanism. But when they become assertive, I feel like they're remaining you. Whoever locked me in the room and did shit to me, and they were back in the door.
Do you think maybe you have lots of it if you're ready?
Yeah, I have that too. It's a cocktail. Mental health is a cocktail, people. It's a cocktail. You can't have one thing. You have a lot going on. And for you to actually agree to that is after years. I'm going to face 3 decades. I've been on medications. I've been in counseling. I've been in psychiatry. I've been in all. I'm not saying mine is chronic because I feel like sometimes I've learned the pattern and I know how to deal with it. I've also abused drugs. Substance. Drugs, maybe. I've abused substance.
But it's very small to people.
Yeah, okay, I know. Maybe that's why I'm saying that. See? many experiences. We've been abused. We've been sexually abused. We've been bullied. We've been cornered. Because they think you're pretty, they think you don't have these insecurities. Because they think you're this, you're that. And I faced bullying. Banange. I faced bullying whereby your relatives are bullying you. You're being told how ugly you look in the morning as a girl. You're being told how fat. You're being told how you're the ugliest among your sisters. You're being told how Emi Mwajale bera. Banange yesu come.
Already coming on my dear. First of all, they used to call me Black Chapel. They used to call me Timothy. Like my lips is one
like
kilo
your
round.
big lips.
And then at school, they wrote my name in the toilet. Apparently, I was having corners, people's boyfriends, which I wasn't doing. And then some kids ate sugarcane, snatched on my bed. Like, that's how bad it was with me at school. Like, I reached a point when I didn't want to go to school.
And do you know what the irony is? Those people who made our lives miserable through bullying us were hiding their insecurities on us.
Cowards.
They were trying to hide whatever they were going through by making us feel inferior, because that's that complicity also. As much as you have that inferior one, there are those who feel like, if I'm narcissistic, I am protecting that insecurity that is within. That's why you find beaches. That's why you find people feel, I'll instigate anything, I'm assertive, I'm doing. By the end of the day, if you get to poke, if you poke little Lucas, you'll see a teddy bear. But then there's a cover up, you know?
Man, do you know what my brother told me? Actually, I had the biggest fight of our lives. He told me, they don't tell me things because I'm tough. But do you know what they really mean? Is I see through everyone's bullshit now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not one to now to just be like, suck it up. No.
Yeah, and what hurts is the fact that if you're vulnerable, you're a crybaby. If you're not vulnerable and you shut up, you're cold. If you can't choose sides, they need you to suit what exactly they want. That is what actually is going on in your life. But the reality check in terms of mental health issues, there are many Matildas, there are many Amores, there are many Lucases, there are many different people that we don't know about. And to me, mental health illnesses is a jungle of the breadcrumbs we picked up along the way, the damages we faced, the fights we are putting up to be able to still maintain that somber thinking that we need to survive. Yet amid the state we're struggling. To me, that's what mental health issues mean.
Well, with all those struggles,
Shivana, hey, jambo bwana, hey, zuri sana, hey, Mama Africa. I'm beating my drum on the African rhythm, thanking our forefathers for blessing our land, for waving the way through calamity and crimes, living my days in African time. Emigane nkula, ebibira no musana, land is enjuba, ebulungi bwobe bunkuba mama ye. Mama Africa, let's rise and set the land. Yadala mama, African alia, yadala mama, ajila ya watoto, yadala mama, African alia, biashara ya binadamu, kuno mulanga go, Mama Africa, emitima jatika, kuwemi kwane jabula, bachala, naete bachaluka, baba tundayo, ube tundayo, human trafficking area, child labor area.
I think any stigmas maybe as this was all happening. Yeah.
Plenty. I think you should actually give me yours first. You know that stigmatization, but also tell us also what people shouldn't say. You know, the things they say to hurt you. So what? Tell us.
Well, for me, I think first and foremost, I hate myself. I
and I like you.
I know, but I don't see that. I see a person who has suffered with alcohol. I see a person who hasn't been there for their partner. I see a person who hasn't been able to provide for her partner. I see a person who is insecure. Yeah, I'm enough now. I know that I'm enough for her. I'm enough for myself. Yeah, it has taken me help and self-reflection. Yeah, but I really hated myself so much that I had forgotten what it was like to accept a compliment. And then I had this really low self-esteem. Yeah, man, fuck that shit.
Back it up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it really, there's a way it messes up with you. I find that sometimes my partner, when I'm speaking to her, she doesn't believe me. Is that drunk me talking? Especially when I'm expressing myself. Yeah, sometimes she's like, well, is this the drunk me person speaking, or am I speaking because I'm in a low place and I'm having a bias? Yeah, and then I also fear for her also at the same time, because when people see her, I keep thinking they're seeing her with a damaged person. So yeah, I don't know, but I just have that for me.
That's even sad to even imagine that she's thinking it.
Yeah, and she might not even be thinking about it actually, but it's just all in my head.
But Lucas, I feel you, because I have had to struggle with these issues myself. Growing up with low self-esteem, thinking the worst about yourself every freaking day of your life. And imagine you're a kid. Imagine. So tell me how you're going to grow up and be a happy person. And then along the growth, there's these bad people. Bad person is it?
I think it has built up. It has been building and building one for you.
And also, let's don't forget that people actually who have been able to succeed underneath all the struggles they've gone through. So we should give kudos to those, you know. Yeah, those who have actually got the better of it.
Yeah, just imagine every abuser in my life has been someone I've trusted, someone I know, someone who I'd be like, not you too, you know. So you grow up and you're like, oh, so this is what they want. I'm like, okay, you can have it. Like, you start having sex with no feelings.
So, amid is that, what is that stigma that you've been facing, and the things they should say, what they shouldn't say, you know, to help you out through a situation? What are the things that you've actually faced through that situation? Like, that stigma we have to actually use.
I've not been like so close to my family, because of this issue, because I've put up this whole wall and I just want to be alone. Like, I don't want anybody. So that is not a good thing either, because we all need family. But at some point I feel like going back there takes me back. So the best thing for me is I don't want to feel like that. And they've made me feel like that. So I've stayed away.
You're giving them space.
Yes, I'm giving them space and myself space. Yes.
And also, I think also that helps you reflect.
Yeah, see the good they've done and reach out if in time.
But when you speak of stigma, it's that fear that you throw at something that you have to use negativity to approach it. You know, we human beings naturally, if something is not a normative, we throw something like it as a weird.
And it's the danger of that danger. The danger of stigmatizing mental health. Because people like us will not come to get help. Because I'll come and tell you of my depression, like, what do you want to do? Or you'll be like, or it's always something negative about you wanting to get help for mental health. They always feel like, you guys are also wasting our time. We have issues like HIV, but guess what? If you cannot cope with things around you, how are you supposed to live?
Yeah, I actually, that reminds me, I once read something about the stigmas that we face. The several times that I've been interacting with people that I love the most, and I tell them I'm suffering, and they're telling you, go and pray about it. You don't have God in your life. Or, you or, you probably have never tested what that thing is. Or you're an alcoholic, or just pray to God, or you're too vulnerable, you're too weak for this world. That is all stigma, FYI. Bakuloga.
Most people in our society see someone or know someone or hear someone struggling with mental health issues. They usually go like, they bewitched that person, or there's a witch disturbing that person. You know, even before telling you to actually go maybe a psychiatrist or mental health, specialist.
To Volavai, those people who have like severe mental health issues like schizophrenia, mania, batambula mukubo nga waliwo bati olaba baatuukaawo. It's because there was no help.
Yeah, but in regards to mental health, you first those things like someone saying you're weak. You either you're in need of attention, you're an attention seeker, or you're a crybaby. Mentally, you're a crybaby. Everyone knows you're a crybaby. Because I'm shedding a tear, she now wants attention, or things like that. Or things like you badly you're lonely, you don't have sex, this. And my darling beautiful relative, one of them tells me, you just need someone to love you. Yet I'm trying to tell you that I'm struggling to love myself, and you're telling me you just need someone to love you.
So do they think everyone who has lover doesn't suffer from mental health issues?
There is that movie that I like among the first Nigerian movies that I watched of The Rich Also Cry, whereby rich people are suffering with their kids who are big-headed and things like that. So it doesn't matter if you're pretty, a goddess, or anything, the richest, whatever, we all face these issues because of the situations we face in life.
Yes.
And it's actually worse as queer people.
Oh boy.
Honey, let me breathe.
Oh.
We go through a lot.
Yeah, because you're queer.
And you have to hide yourself the whole time.
Yeah.
First of all, nature or biology or science has said people who are LBQ persons have mental health issues.
The World Health Organizations eradicated that one. They cut it out. They actually removed that part. It was in regards to the transgender. They removed it, so praise be.
But how can they even think that?
Well, it's a normal thing.
Shivana, hey, jambo bwana, hey, uzuri sana, Mama Africa. I'm beating my drum on the African rhythm, thanking our forefathers for blessing our land, for waving the way through calamity and crime, living my days in African time.
So, I've thought of things that we should actually say that should actually help others, or things that we should not say. Don't say stop feeling sorry for yourself. Don't say someone with your condition, but don't say stop feeling sorry for yourself and you'll get over it. Or don't say someone of your condition, but I know someone of your condition, but they're fine, you're overreacting. Or don't say you're lucky you don't have work because the person doesn't work. There's just don't say things. If you don't understand anything, please don't say anything.
Don't be mean.
And don't be mean. And don't say I wish I was depressed so that I can lose weight. Please stop that.
Why do you guys say that?
Really?
Don't you cut go away to bike.
Seriously?
Come on, like who wants to be sad?
Or you're a burden.
Oh boy.
Or you are trying to look for Jesus, please just stop.
Because it's those things that actually are making people feel like they don't deserve to live.
Yeah, so things that we need to actually work on is to show compassion, enlighten ourselves. If you don't understand something, ask. Encourage equality and don't label or stereotype people, and don't use disrespectful terms or inquire most of the times,
Yeah.
So, with all the mental health issues, some of the hassles and struggles, and then with the stigma, how do you guys cope, man? How do you really cope?
Let us know how you cope.
Well, I drink.
Oh boy, I drink.
Yeah, I drink. I sleep a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I eat a lot.
Are we speaking on a personal level or even generally?
Generally, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I do, and also I actually used to paint to help myself get through. But then I remember the paint when I just drink it out.
Yeah, it's part of those things when you lose your hobbies through the process. Again, Lucas, I tell you that you drink, but if you can't handle this, please stay away from the substance. I take breaks from social media. I switch off my phone completely. I don't hear from anyone. Or if I have to go for a party, I cancel. And I'll point blank till I can't make it because of personal issues. I don't want to give explanations. And then I treat myself as a friend, And I take myself out. I like to do my nails and have oil name, whatever it is. Siseko said that means she will be, but we'll work on that. And I love watching Friends, a series. It's sitcoms. I like sitcoms, the Big Bang, things that make me laugh. I don't care if I watch them 100 times, but the more I laugh, I treat myself. I remember the beauty of life. I remember my friends. I remember even the people that I'm pulling or pushing away. It makes me remember them. You know. So yeah, me sitcoms are the best. Even if you just sit next to me and we watch sitcoms and we laugh, it's enough for me. Yeah, and I like to spend time with people who think I'm okay as who I am. Who feel me being authentic is okay. Not telling me, cut down yourself, work with that, do this, oh you're overlapping, oh you're this. Yeah, I like to spend time with friends who think you are okay. You shouldn't cut short of who you are okay. So I seek out those people, and then I do hobbies, exercise, but that's hard. But personally, music, long walks, a little here and there of some herbal medication like Mother Earth, you know. You have to respect and breathe her in. And also anything to do with laughter and humor.
Wow.
And love. I love to be loved when I'm in that state. Yeah.
Those are some good coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
I listen to music, like I just go on my DJ thingy, do my sets, mix my things. Also, I dance a lot. I can give myself an hour of just dancing. And also, I cry a lot. I cry about it if I'm feeling bad. I just cry, and then I'm like, now stop crying, do something. And also, I drink some herbal tea sometimes. Yeah.
Mother Nature.
Yeah, I also like play with kids around the neighborhood. I walk around giving them some clothes or sweets. I buy, if I have money, I buy sodas.
Yeah, it feels good to actually give. There's a way when you don't expect anything and you make someone else smile, there's a way it softens your heart. I like that.
Yeah, I don't. And every time I feel depressed, that's what I always do. Yeah. So basically, that's how I cope.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kati, Matilda, what are those solutions? Like, how can we cut down on these mental health issues? Like, what are we going to do about this?
What are some of those healthy habits we could pick up?
There are plenty of those, but before I answer this, I would want you to keep caution that what may work for you may not work for the other. We have all different body types, different mindsets, different hormones. So what will work for you may not work for the other. But things that I should ask you to try and see if they work for you or not. Number one, I hate it so much. I hate it because it hurts my body. It's exercises. If you're like me and you suffer from insomnia, if you feel you hate exercises, then take a long walk. Lock down your tigris of tambula. Take a long walk. Get back home, have a shower. Your brain is tired. And then read if you love reading. I love to read. I love to get lost in the fantasies. You know, of the world of, oh, I wish my life was like this. Or whatever works for you, whether it's horrors or dramatic or thrillers.
Reading, I think I've only read like 4 books and they're all about sex and love.
That's true.
Yeah, it's actually that's just really
like Lucas might want erotica. Just yeah,
it's alright.
Yeah, but if you love plants, breathe them, take in those scents. Then if you have the capacity, go in an area like maybe trees or a different place. Just cook your food, take a picnic, just take in the breath, you know. And the other things like music, the other things like dancing, the other things like work. I love to get lost in work because it helped me stay sane. There's a lot. I really can't exhaust it. I mean, but if you feel like all that you have done is not working.
For me, I check and balance.
What is that?
I check and balance. One, I check myself, where am I? Yeah. I bring myself to remember where I am, who I am. I define myself for me, not for any other person. For me. And then I again draw out what I want for my life, what I want in my life, what I need in my life. Yeah, I become more, I draw out this other plan and I become, that will help me to be more and more self-aware of me, how I'm feeling, how do I feel when someone, How do I react? Yeah. Yeah. Then 2, I also check who is around me. Yeah. Who is around me? Are they lifting me up? Are they putting me down? Yeah. How do I react to whatever they're doing or saying? Yeah. Who is my support? Yeah. Do I have a support system or I don't? You know, am I also showing up for myself? Because if you don't show up for yourself, others cannot help you.
True.
So I think first and foremost, you have got to show up for yourself. Yeah, you got to show up for yourself, and that means
Shivana, hey, jambo bwana, hey, uzuri sana, hey, mama Africa. I'm beating my drum on the African rhythm, thanking our forefathers for blessing our land, for waving the world through calamity.
when do you ask for help?
Before you go to help, they say something about showing up for yourself. I want us to keep in mind what works for the other doesn't work for the other person. So some people actually fail. They struggle but fail to show up for themselves. When you say, love you, actualization, blah, 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 you actually try and fail. But then like Lucas says, when do you need extra help?
To add on what you said, I feel myself, I'm learning to love myself. Like I feel like it's time for me to put myself first. And I think it's working. Because I'm not a yes person anymore. Like, yes. Now I can make up my own decisions. Because now I see myself and take care of her.
Yeah, because you see, for me, I've actually started drawing. I draw 2 circles. Yeah, and I divide these things, and I'm like, this is my circle of concern, and this is my circle of influence. Yeah, anything I cannot change goes to my circle of concern. Anything I can change goes to my circle of influence, and that's where I focus my energies. Yeah.
It reminds me of something I learned at a workshop with Helena. I don't know if you know her. She said, like, the things you cannot carry, be like it. Only weigh those that you can.
Also, at times you do not know that you're actually having something too heavy on you. We should keep that in mind.
But that's why we are talking about the coping. That's how we want to, what's the way?
And it's a process.
I know it is hard, but you have to try.
Yeah.
I am here.
To try. You have, honey.
Because
you cannot give up on yourself. Your mental health is the most important.
We talked about stigma. We talked about not pointing, but getting back to coping mechanisms. When do you need help? When do you need someone else to intervene? When do you feel like it's chronic? Like, I have done all this. I've talked about the fact that people talk about self-actualization and self-love and you failed. When do you feel, okay, I need someone to walk with me on this path, guide me? When do you ladies feel like you should actually get some extra help?
I haven't gotten to that extent. Yeah, but so I don't think anyway I would know really, but I think when you feel it's bad or when you've been advised to, because people, your person is watching you, your support system is watching you, so they can tell when you actually need one. So if you can't tell for yourself, I think your support system, you should be able to listen to your support system and find a therapist, a psychiatrist, or a person who can help you.
Yeah, because however much it's hard, there's always one person in this world, one at least, even if they're young or what, who will always have an ear for you. Like, so out of 100, there's one person who can give 2 shits about you. So don't give up on yourself and be like, that's how you cope. Yes.
Okay, from Matilda's point of view, we push and push and push. And me personally, how I sought out for help was when I kept day in, day out crying, day in, day out losing people, day in, day out being misinterpreted, day in, day out wanting to harm myself, day in, day out feeling like I want to end it all. So when you feel something is very constant, no matter who you talk to, no matter how you react, no matter the process, if it's 1 year, 2 years, please, even if it means starting with a friend, a family member, if they fail you, look for a counselor. There are many opportunities, many free counselors out there. Psychiatrists are expensive, yes, but we'll get to their part. Start with a counselor until they show you the next step.
And also there's organizations that you can go for this for help. Yes, you go and talk to them and they get you the help that you need. I want to say that's life, man. Like, that's life. Don't give up on yourself. Yes.
Wow. Woo. This has been really insightful. I've learned a lot from the ladies, different experiences that we have. And also, there are many of us like this out there. Let's try to enlighten ourselves. If you don't understand, ask someone. You can educate yourself for God. Bless you. And let us carry on with tackling this topic, exploring it so that we can be able to help each other, because the love begins from us, our community.
Don't judge people with mental health issues. Don't do that.
Please don't.
Hey guys, thank you for today. Ooh. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Yours truly, Bakuya Kogere.
She said what she said.